Oh, say, can you see the light? What's the problem with shouldn't have turned down those cue cards. Whoa.
Welcome back to the United States of Australia. I am the Aussie guy, and Written Asylum is here. Did he mean 9:40 Eastern Standard or 9:40 Wallaby time? Yeah, look, I picked a time where I thought we might get our members only show done by. We ended up gas bagging a little bit longer on our members only show, but if you are a member, go back and check it out. We took the Aaron Imholte challenge and thought we'd see if we could cover the Joy Taylor story better than Aaron Imholte did. And the man that joined me for that and joins me every week is my friend and yours, just Josh. How you doing?
Doing great. Bringing joy everywhere I go.
You got me there. Well done. Also joining us is a man known the world over for having a head like a fucking pineapple. It's Echo Pineapple.
All right. Yeah, couldn't do it earlier. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
We ready for the members only show? Sorry, I'm late. I've got my stuff all sorted.
Yeah.
You're just a little late.
But no, we're glad you got here eventually. We definitely wanted to hear your hot NFL takes and all that. It would have been great.
I love hockey.
Also, yes, you do. Also joining us this week, a first-time guest, somebody that I've got to, well, not got to know, but learned of through WATP, being a review girl. But she also has her own show, What Is This Game, and does some gaming streaming, etc. Please welcome Annie. How you doing, Annie?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here on the United States of Australia, finally merging, the Americans and the Australians together.
And the fruit.
Yes.
And the fruit.
Well, I deal with them enough.
Yeah, he does kind of, having Ekelon does kind of break the theme because it was just Americans and an Australian. But then I brought this idiot in and threw things all out of whack.
You're going to make me jump out again, Aussie guy. Let's cause drama again.
Exactly. And finally, a man who surprisingly has eaten less cum than Aaron Imholte, Robbie the Mariner fan.
Ooh.
Disgusting.
Reenacting the face he made when he did it.
Yeah. Well, that was actually a positive intro for you, Robbie.
Sure.
Because the joke would be that you've eaten way more cum than Aaron Imholte, but I even paid you the respect to suggest, because at the end of the day, nobody
Everyone
really
pays
wants
me respect.
Yeah.
You take it on the chin nicely.
But in reality, nobody really wants cum in their mouth, do they? Like, yeah, a few cum sluts enjoy it, but for the most part, I think everyone's not keen on having cum in their mouth. So.
There's a time and place. Come on, Aussie guy. You know what I mean?
Only for like a second or two at max, and then after that,
just spit it back in their face. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're off to
morning. Morning, everyone.
He's enjoying some nice
that's
cereal.
Part of waking up.
Yeah. Got some milk, all of that. Annie, thank you for joining us. You're someone that I have wanted to get on the show for a while, and then I just wasn't really sure how to get in contact with you. And then one day I just hit you up on a live stream. I thought, I'll get in the chat and say good day to Annie. But yeah, first of all, to you, we cover steel toe a lot on this show, and we've got a little bit of a Geno segment later on. Now, I know you're a WATP fan, so you've certainly seen the steel toe stuff from that perspective. But how familiar are you with the steel toe situation?
I would say more than I would like to be. I follow pretty much all of the WATP adjacent coverage of it. So obviously I follow WATP. Nobody Likes Onions. I follow that pretty well. And This Little Piggy, which is their crossover between both of their shows. So at least several times a week, I'm getting way more Aaron than I ever signed up for. And I'm just like, well, this is what we're focused on right now.
Yeah, exactly. Robbie, I know I'd made you do a little bit of work this week, bit of prep for the members only show, but you really are yawning like a motherfucker tonight. I'm sorry to keep you up for the show. No, I know you had to.
Don't be a passive aggressive bitch. I can't help that I'm yawning when I got up at like 5 in the morning to prep for this. Jesus Christ.
You're a
It's all
trooper.
right,
man. You're a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he can't
What?
go to bed early, can he?
I've
Come
never
on.
been called a Zamboni. That's not nice.
He's like a cum Zamboni. I mean, I think we're talking about Aaron at that point, aren't we? You know, because he lives in Minnesota.
Yeah, but he's
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah.
as big as a
Yeah.
Zamboni. Now I'm calling myself as big as Zamboni. I'm on a fucking pretzel.
Yourself on that one.
All right. Well, before we go any further, we better not give everyone blue balls.
Aaron's boring, and April adds nothing. It's gonna be great. We're scripting this morning. Come on. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's gonna be mediocre as fuck. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp.
Love that line, man. Mediocre as fuck. That's how I
Yeah.
call people's work now sometimes when I'm looking at
How do you think I did? That's mediocre as fuck. Yeah, for
I
sure.
love that song and all renditions of it. Sometimes I will just get that melody just in my head at work, and it'll be, it's time for,
Yeah.
it's time for.
And that one there is actually the first time he ever did it. Like that was he changed. That was back when he first got involved with Steel Toe, and he was sniping him every morning.
Sometimes it only takes one take.
Yeah, and then he kept doing that. And because obviously when April left and they changed that intro music at the start, Patrick stopped doing it. And I always loved it. People always request it, and I was like, well, yeah, I'll keep it alive on my show. Make it the intro to the Steel Toe segment. This week, obviously, there's the big news of the episode's called "We're Talking Boxing." No, seriously, like not just we're not just faking it this time. But Aaron wants to fight. But before that, Echo, Robbie, Josh, last week we covered how Aaron got the DM from Granny. Right, and he had a big back and forth with Granny. Granny said, this pedo stuff is a bit out of control and all that. And Aaron just called him a Melton ball washer and moved on with his life. Well, obviously I had the boxing clip ready to go, and I was like, I want a little bit more. I want to fatten up the show a little bit more than the boxing clip. So I went to his Wednesday night show and just started watching from the beginning. And there's a little stuff before we get to the whole. He doesn't reference Granny. I just found it very interesting. But again, I like to start shows from the beginning and let everyone know how the number or top 3 in the world broadcaster kicks off a show.
Morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. It's the last one of the week.
Did everyone know he said good morning, everyone? Welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. Just
Does he make those intro overlays?
Yes.
Or is that Slampies?
Well, good question. I think he's just had that ever since, like forever. Like he's got a template that he just drops that.
Wait, the one with the fireman like carrying the hose over. That's normal. It's not just to do with the LA fires.
No. So that's his thumbnail for. We'll go back. So that's his thumbnail for that day's show.
Oh, so it's new. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So he does make this. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like garbage.
Yeah, just like my thumbnails look like garbage. Like I will never ever criticize someone's thumbnails. Mine suck. But I assume he's got like a template or whatever. Or no, maybe he just has his theme song, goes to Clipchamp or whatever, and just puts the picture over the top to go over the music. I assume is what he does, Annie. But yes, you're good on the tech side of things. So I'll be interested. I cannot criticize anyone for tech, and I never would. But Annie being here, she's allowed to because she's good at this stuff. So yes.
Evening show.
Don't accuse me of being good at anything, please.
Last one of the week. I'm Aaron Imholte. And goddamn am I excited about the next, I gotta do math, hold on, 12.
What is this? Look at these weird hand gestures. Sorry, go back a fraction.
Why is he
Does it
rubbing
seem
the
like-
inside of his glasses lens?
Yeah, but and also the way his
Smudge it
hand
up a
comes
bit.
up over the top
Condensation.
like that. Yeah, it's very weird. Let's check this out again.
The next, I got to do math. Hold
Going
on.
on.
12,
Woof.
15, 16 hours? Oh, do we have good shit to talk about? I hope we get overtime tonight. It's the last evening show of the week, which means the final evening show goal of the week. We've got a brand new
I'll hail the goal.
updated.
Yeah, he learned which way to turn to look at the board. We saw last week.
Yeah, last week it was the other way.
Yeah, so
Constantly improving. He is always improving, Stilter.
sorry, were you going to say something, Annie?
Well, I just said all hail the goal. He mentioned the
Oh,
goal,
yes,
so you know.
yes,
All hail the
yes,
goal.
The goal.
indeed, yes. Our goal today is whatever you give us. So please give.
Chad Buzamak donor rankings, and
Shout out Chad Boozmark.
I gotta say, so we missed one evening show goal, that's it, and by double digits, wasn't even that bad. And yet there are still double-digit donors in the top 4. I'm really proud of that. That means we've had a lot of people doing it a little bit at a time. People like Miss.
Wait, how many names are on that board? 1, 2,
Oh.
4?
3, 4?
Do you include Chad or not at the top? Or is it?
None of you.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Do those 4 equal the goal?
well, no, because they're just chipping away a little bit at a time. Thank you, Dayla.
What's that?
Gifted 1 United States of Australia membership. Thank you,
Mhm.
Dayla. Always looking out for us. We're going to talk about you later on, by the way, Dayla. Getting
Why does
me
he
in
have his
trouble.
mic arm in front of the board that he's supposed to be reading and we're supposed to be reading with him?
Yes.
Don't use logic against him, Annie.
Yeah.
Come on. You know better than that.
And he used to have the table stand, which with his setup works. You know what I mean? Just have it on a stand right in front of you. But no, he had to go there, and he had constantly has to play with it, where he lifts it up and it goes back down to the same spot that it was in before he lifted it up. But great point, Annie. Gaylor,
Gayla. Hey, Gayla.
Gaylor gifted another United States Australia membership.
Blame that
Thank
on
you.
Aaron.
Thanks, Gayla.
Yeah,
I've got a new
yes.
5 hit 5 hour Aussie guy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yes, you do. Good point.
Tay and Waylon and Ryan the Garbage Man and Scuba and Dancing Monkey and S Jockey.
All right, I've literally never heard of any of these people, and I've been following the steel toe thing for almost 2 years at this point. Yeah, never heard of any of those people, but they're donating a lot of money, so thank you to those people.
And Camel Toe and a bunch of other people. I love that.
And the rest.
But that doesn't mean that
Whoa! We're gonna stop the show. We're gonna stop the show. Flat Cat's just put a bunch of oranges in the chat.
Say thank you, quick.
Thank you, OJ. Thank you. Ew! Also dropping some oranges. Thank you,
Thanks,
OJ.
Thanks,
We
pal.
appreciate it. I might soften my stance on what we were going to talk about. You and Blind
He was
Mike
going to
later on.
badmouth you later.
Yeah,
No,
I
he's
was
not
going to
gonna.
fucking trash the fuck out of OJ, but now we're good. Now we're good.
Team OJ all of a sudden.
Team OJ, fuck Blind Mike. He goes up against me. How dare Blind Mike go up against me?
you can't get your ass up in that top 4 because that top 4 now comes with prizes. Everybody in the top 4 is getting $50 to Stonies every single week. Here,
You get a gift card.
What kind of Ponzi scheme is this shit?
Yeah, that you're probably never going to go anywhere near. So congratulations.
No, but imagine you keep winning and you just have like $5,000 of credit to this restaurant. You can just walk in and be like, "Hey, I want to get like 20 tables, please." You know, just walking like a dragon, hoarding your cards.
Yeah, these are expired.
Oh God, no, Josh.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm sure Cheetos can't be that dumb as to not put like expiry dates on them. Like, I hate expiry dates on gift cards because like it's money. Like someone gave you money, that money should be valid as long as the business is open. But when it comes to Stonies, the way Aaron dishes out Stoney's gift cards. It's like, no, put an expiry date on that because this brick will sell it 6 years from now. Pretty antisocials put a long comment. Haven't even read it, but we all know we love these ladies, so I'm just going to put it on the screen and then read it. No, but he'll have your physical address if you want them. That's far more than Stripe gives vendors. Wow, pretty antisocial.
Someone tell Chad. Let him do a show about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when Aaron, that is a magnificent point. Pretty antisocial. Yes, so Aaron was ranting about Super Tip and going, I wouldn't trust Melton with my information, but you just earned a Stoney's gift card. DM me your address and I'll get that out to you. Brilliant stuff. Let's continue.
On Steel Toe, so you got Wally World up top at 135. He's been the reigning champion since Monday morning. Flinty
Rover's been the reigning champion on this channel for a few months.
Go at 100. Jeremy in third at 100 and 209 at $80, bringing in fourth place. So
why is Jeremy in third?
Jeremy,
but the second guy in second. Like, is it because he donated first?
Yeah,
probably.
That's come first.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd only assume. You probably don't, if you don't want to change the list around unnecessarily, I guess.
Yeah, so Jeremy, you just need to donate $1 more to move.
Just $1. $1.
Come on, $1.
Price and you can get a lot more text in. You can get a lot more text in on Rumble with a $1 Rumble rant than you can with $2 super chat and all that. So just go do that. So we're getting to the bit that relates to the granny stuff last week.
Sent us $100 today, and he said there's going to be a Facebook message that comes with this, and there was, and it was very nice. It was the epitome of how you send constructive criticism to someone. He was just talking about the language, the subject matter, so on and so forth, and like, could you keep it, I don't really mind the subject matter you discuss on the show, but could you keep it like listenable so I can tell he goes, I've turned a lot of people on to Steel Toe when you're talking about stuff and I can go, yeah, listen to this guy. He's really fucking good. He goes, but sometimes if it gets too like gross or whatever, I can't tell people and I can't have it on.
Right. So you remember last week, guys? Granny said, hey man, could you stop with all the kid fucking talk? Yeah. Because I listened to it on a job site and we have to turn it off. And he said, you're a Melton ball washer. Go fuck yourself. Go use your super tip system. Tell them not to listen to it. Fuck you. Fuck that. Fucking. But now, so what Granny needed to do when Granny gave that constructive criticism, attach $100 to it.
That does make sense, to be fair.
Yeah. And then Aaron might take that advice on board, like constructive criticism.
Bless you.
And it hurts my ability to spread the word, and I'm around people a lot during the day. And I'm like, you know what? God damn, do you raise a great point. And he just laid it out in such a kind way, and I really appreciate it. And he's right. I didn't argue with him, anything like that. I said, you put it that way. That's a good goddamn point, buddy. Thank you. So thank you very much to Jeremy.
So there you go. When you put it that way with $100 attached to it, you make a great point, because Granny made the exact same fucking point a week ago and you ripped him to shreds and called him a piece of shit. So I just found that very, very interesting.
But Aussie guy, what he didn't do as well was he wasn't very careful not to hurt his feelings. Whereas this guy who sent $100 was very considerate with how he said it as well. So he knew what a fragile bitch Steel Toe was. So he worked around it. Whereas Granny mistook him for a grown man who could handle a bit of criticism.
Yes.
Critical mistake.
Yes, exactly.
Mike says, is this Aussie Milton? People have suggested a couple of times before that I look like Milton. I am significantly less fat than Milton. I will say that.
Look about the same.
Well, written a song going hard. Whoops. Oh no, goddamn, I hate when the chat moves.
Yes.
Oranges are a shit fruit. good for the juice, and even that is horrible for you. I didn't say that, OJ. We love you here. We thank you for sending your audience.
Wow.
But Written Asylum said that. So what can I do? What can I do? All right. Obviously, the big news this week. So Patrick Melton invited Aaron Imholte to Hackamania. I was listening to the show live at the time.
That went well.
Yes, when Patrick did it. And you know what? When Patrick was throwing out the offer and all that, my first thought was, well, I know what's about to happen now. Aaron, Chad Zumok, Kevin Brennan, etc. are all going to say Hackamania is failing. They need Steel Toe to sell tickets. Like, I knew that part of it was coming.
Mhm.
Got to be honest, I did kind of expect this from Aaron, but not all of this from Aaron. So let's get to, I've just ripped Stalin 19 or Stallion. I don't know. It's still conjecture of what that's
He
supposed
said
to be.
either one's fine. So
Either one's fine. All right, good.
Yeah.
Stalin 19.
Stalin's better.
Yeah, I like it. You sound like a
we love
dictator.
Stalin.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So thank you for clipping this and saving me having to go do a bunch of work. We appreciate it. I'm not donating money though.
Before the YouTube crowd either leaves or moves over, McBuster says, where I gotta scroll up here. Holy shit, Melton and Moody are doing gay ops galore. Melton's mods in Win by 2 and Chad. It's fucking creepy. Creepy watching the same mod and Chad simultaneously, a mod for Melton talking about gay ops live in Chad's chat. Memberships bought. Here's the deal.
First of all, I am so confused about what gay ops are and what Aaron thinks gay ops are. Because, yeah. But no, because Aaron is one of the very few people in all of this verse that went singing to the police as quick as he could about other people. So I don't know. It seems like he might be the most gay of the gay ops, but
Most things are gay to him.
they are. That's his number one insult is
especially
gay.
the semen that he drinks. It's pretty gay.
Pretty Antisocial says Aaron also doesn't know what a lolcow is. So yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's continue.
Nobody wins in these gay ops things because number one person gets f***ed with, and then number two, the
I think
other
he just
person has
uses
to
gay
realize
ops because it has the word gay in it.
Yes,
I think you're right.
think you're right.
I think that's literally it.
And from his own experience, like he said, nobody wins with gay ops. Like one person gets fucked with. So Nick Ricator and April and that got arrested. And then he got arrested on revenge porn charges. So, you know, nobody really wins when you do gay ops.
True.
50 fucking years old and they're doing gay ops. It's over. Patrick and Moody, you're 50. You have no children, no family, no legacy to speak of. You're done. It's over.
Because children are the only thing that matters.
Yeah, you've got no children to see every other weekend.
No legacy. No legacy.
What I love about this, and because it just reminded me, every time that Aaron goes on about the haters, like, and he explains what's okay with him, what's cool with him, he always describes this show. Like, he's like, if you do a show once a week where you play clips and just goof on, you know, what I'm saying on the show, yeah, you're all right with me, you know, and like, oh, you guys don't have kids or don't have a legacy. It's like, well, I've got kids, I've got a legacy. So like, you know, I'm all good. Like, it seems like, and we'll get to it a little bit later, I think Aaron's softening on me. But yeah, very interesting that a lot of people in this position, I remember there was a lolcow, we've covered him on this show, Johnny Podcasting, and his friend, Brother Martin. We used to cover them on Get My Go, and it was always, oh, this guy doesn't have any kids, or he's 40 and he's not married, and blah, blah. Like, a lot of people like this, they put so much emphasis on being married and having kids. Like, that's the statement of your manhood or whatever. It's like, you know, not everyone wants to have kids. Isn't that right, Annie?
Not everyone wants to get married.
Yes.
Not everyone can have kids.
And not everyone should have kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, that's also a great point. In fact, you're looking at one in the main
Fuck
part of the
you.
screen.
All right, we're talking about Aaron. Come on, Robbie.
I think we need to
No, I was
stop
talking
using
about Aaron,
logic
Robbie.
Shit, you're
with this. We're being far too
Anyway.
reasonable and
Backdrop on
logical.
me, God damn it.
Robbie just assumes every insult's directed at him.
And I'm right 95% of the time.
I mean,
Oh, Dayla. Imagine being 38 and wearing wrestling t-shirts, zero self-awareness, especially with what he's about to get into and talk about. Like, how is anyone supposed to take you seriously, dude?
look.
Hold on, how old
some
is Vinny
legacies and
Paulino?
bloodlines must.
That's a good point, Annie. Yeah, big slam on Vinny Paulino. And he
Well,
only got
no, like to argue against Dayla. I mean, I think Vinny Paulino pulls it off. He's a professional and a serious
Yeah.
dude, and you can take him seriously. And he wears a wrestling shirt and has his office full of toys. Like, you know, I think
I
it's-
do agree. Yeah. I agree with what
you
you're
can't
saying.
judge
You are right.
everybody by a wrestling shirt.
I guess it's hard to pull
It's
off.
gay. It's gay ops, but
Mm.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, and good job checking us on that, because you're right. For me, it's
Yeah.
more about the context of what he's about to do. You
Do you
will
not-
never ever see Vinny Paulino do what Aaron Imholt's about to do in this little rant whilst in a wrestling shirt. But no, it's a great point, Annie. You're right, and we do need to the other side of things here. It can't just be pile on all the time. So good job.
No, you
And
shouldn't
so that's
always
a good
judge a
thing.
dweeb by his cover. So-
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah.
But like, you're 50 and you're doing gay ops on the internet. There's no need to even come back to that. That just is what it is. Now, I also saw a clip because, you know, I've said this for years and people are finally seeing it. Patrick Melton has no balls.
By the way, it's not actually reached the point of years yet. Because I know when Patrick discovered Steel Toe, it was when I discovered Patrick. It was kind of February 2023. So we haven't reached the point of years, but Aaron's been all over it for years.
his timeline's all messed up.
Yeah.
It's performative. It's an act. He's a chicken shit. It was on Hack vs. Anonymous or Kiwi Farms, I believe. That Patrick Melton was begging me.
Wait a minute.
He doesn't
said
know,
hack-
does he?
He said Hack vs. Anonymous. I thought Reddit was the scum of the earth. Who goes to Reddit? Who wastes their life on Reddit? I understand you might have seen it on Kiwi Farms, but did he just admit to going to the dirty, dark place that is Reddit? Ugh, shame on you, Aaron. Shame on you.
To come to his Hackamania event. Apparently, it's not selling well. Hackamania is on the ropes. And how ironic.
So yeah, that's what I expected when Patrick threw out the offer. And didn't you go to Hackamania last year? Or am I wrong about that?
No, that's unfortunately the only event I missed last year, so that's why I'm
okay.
trying so hard to get to it this year.
No, fair. It does seem like I think it's going to be bigger and better this year, to be honest. And Patrick didn't need to invite Aaron, but it did create some good content. So
Hackamania.com, promo code biggest.
yeah, you're going with the dick promo code.
Yeah,
Promo code Kaylee.
I might have been the first or second person to use it. I don't know if Koof beat me to it. I don't know which one Koof used.
Right, yeah,
but I know Koof
yeah.
is also a big fan
Well,
of them.
I believe he's taken the lead on the Chad Boozmock
Mhm.
Hackamania promo code ratings. I think Dick's taken the lead. I asked Patrick to be the no-show like the Cardiff of last year. I wanted to get a promo code to see if I could sell one ticket. Just sell one ticket.
That Patrick, once again, just like when his streaming career was on the ropes, who did he go to rescue himself? Me. Hackamania apparently not doing well. Who's he going to?
What, Annie?
It just infuriates me when people just make shit up like that. They just invent shit.
What,
Quote
Patrick?
Mountain, play the clip. Play the clip.
No,
Play
to
the
be
clip.
fair, Patrick's streaming career was a disaster when he found Aaron. And then he stole a large portion of Aaron's audience and got a bunch of people watching him because he does hilarious breakdowns of Aaron Imholte. So, you know, he's not completely wrong. But no, I get your point, Eddie.
Me. And now in the clip, as I understood it, because
Skinny Chad Zumok, a great artist, and did a great. He just says "fuck still toe." I just wanted to bring him up because he did a great bit of artwork of when Aaron and I were on Hughes' show together, and he's got me as a rat, like going, like bouncing on Aaron's steaming head, and yeah, it's a really, really funny piece of artwork. It was good stuff. So welcome, Skinny Chad. Appreciate it, brother.
Because he's not a good broadcaster. Patrick said he either wants Nick Rekieta or myself.
It's not so much that Patrick's not a good broadcaster, because he actually is a really good broadcaster. It's that you want to be deliberately vague about all of this, so you've got plausible deniability later. I was listening live. Patrick said, we want Nick Rekieta there. He's like, but then he threw out the offer. He's like, because we probably can't have both of you there. So it's like whoever accepts the offer first can come. That was kind of the thing. And that's a key point for when we get to the boxing challenge. Just remember that when Aaron saw the offer, he saw that Nick probably couldn't go to Hackamania. And that's what Patrick was saying, that Nick probably couldn't go to Hackamania.
At Hackamania. Now, judging by how things are going, no matter who you get, we're going to have to inform the state of Minnesota that we'll be out of the state. And with Nick probably having to be drug tested, I don't know if calling his probation officer and telling him that a guy who's going to be drug and alcohol tested regularly for the next few years, I don't know if calling your probation officer and going, I'm going to Las Vegas, I believe that's what we call in the business a red flag.
I mean, yeah, because people go to Vegas to party, I guess, is the point. But, you could go to fucking Des Moines and get smashed drunk and do a bunch of meth or whatever. Like,
There's
it's
nothing else to do in Des Moines.
Exactly. Probably more likely
from my experience going there.
Yeah, if you went to your parole officer and said, I want to go to Des Moines, Iowa, they'd go, ooh, Jesus, that seems like you're up to something dodgy.
You want to change your answer.
Yes. You go say Vegas, it's like, oh yeah, you're probably doing something interesting. Good for you. Go have a good time.
I don't know if that would behoove Nick to do that, but either way, Patrick was like, Snowcat says he went to Nick first, but Nick told him he'd have to ask probation. Yeah, what I'm on is just like I call a guy once a month and he makes sure I have a job. Or once a month, once a quarter, I'm sorry. I call a guy once a quarter.
And that means I'm better than you.
Yes. But also, what does he say? Like, obviously you say, yes, I have a job. But let's break
good enough for me.
Yeah, like, what is your job? Like, I understand he's made Steel Toe a company and he gets paid by Steel Toe, but effectively his job is go on the internet. Yes, it's
asking people for
handling.
I'm a busker.
Yes.
I'm a busker. I'm an e-busker, if you will.
Fucking Salvation kettlebell ringing guy.
So only Robbie and Josh are going to get this. But so when Weedman Hippie's parole officer calls him, he can say, yeah, I got a job. I call the Ben Mallet Show and ask people to
I'm an
PayPal me.
influencer.
Yeah.
PayPal me. Fucking PayPal me.
And he's like, do you have a job? And I'm like, yeah. Do you live at this address? Yeah. Cool. It's really, I had to do my first one and I was like, oh God, how's this going to be? And I had my first one and it was like, I looked at my phone after, it was 1 minute and 10 seconds. Congrats. Was the phone call. Nick's is going to be a little more involved than that.
Can you show us the phone call link?
Really check in.
Yeah, exactly. You bring it up on screen. But for some reason, he thinks Nick's is going to be more involved than that. Why? Why would it be more involved?
He's worse than him. He was sorry about it after, obviously, guy. He kind of admitted to some of it, when he kind of had to. So that makes him better. Remember?
But Nick would only have one thing to call about, right? Doesn't Aaron have a couple of things to call about because he's got a suspended sentence?
Yeah, which one are you calling in regards to? Please specify.
Yeah.
A lot and get tested and all that stuff. So Patrick says he said, oh, it's either Aaron or Nick, and it's 48 hours, and I think I'm at like 36 or whatever.
So he didn't watch the clip, but he knows the time.
Exactly. Yeah, he knows exactly.
And he said, "I'll
Lucky
pay
guess.
for your airfare, and I'll do this, and I'll do that." Patrick, just knowing that you need me this bad is payment enough. Let me give you a counter offer.
All right. Are we all ready for the counter offer?
So he's going to do it pretty much, yeah? Cool.
It seems
1.5 million. 1.5 million. That's where I'm going.
I said no the first time, Josh. I'm not going to do it again.
All right. I won't
Very
tell.
good. So now, just to be clear, Patrick's offer was, Aaron, I'll fly you out. We'll pay for your hotel, everything. Just come hang out at the event. And he was literally like, look, at the end of the day, nobody's going to fucking be shitty to your face. No one's going to treat you like shit. Like, everyone, you know, we can just bust balls, have a laugh. Once we all have a drink together, it'll be fine, you know, blah, 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 blah. That was the offer. And then Patrick even went further and went, you know what? I'll cut you in on profits as well. All right. And I was listening to this going, what are you doing, Patrick? This is stupid. But
it's amazing that people like this just can't take an opportunity like that. They see it as beneath them, as like an attack, like as an insult. It's offensive to them some way that their enemy is offering them a gesture of goodwill and peace. They're like,
yeah,
this is a trap.
So
no, exactly.
You guys say, sorry, I was just going to say directly, Aussie Guy and Annie, as big fans of Melton, would you say that this is obviously Melton knowing exactly how he reacts?
Of course.
The offer at no point was really genuine because he knew there's no way he can accept it. I can be as nice and polite as possible in this, and I know for a fact he can't accept it. So I'm just going to make him look. Yeah.
You've hit the nail on the head. Melton will follow through. Like, he's not giving a fake offer. He will follow through. If Aaron accepts it, Melton will go, fuck, all right. Yeah, well, let's do this.
That backfired, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's knowing how he'll react. It's getting a rise out of him. And getting this exact reaction. And Aaron, what's about to happen? Let me tell you, man, this is why I love you, man. This right here, like, a lot of people call you the next Stuttering John. No one could be the next Stuttering John. But it's shit like this is what makes people say you're the next Stuttering John.
I don't want to take your money because I don't know where it's been. Have you made it in nefarious ways? The things
he makes it the same way as you do, dickhead.
You say about children, I don't really know. I don't want your money because I don't know where it's been. But I will.
What, do you think he's going to pay him in cash that he's wiped his ass with or something? What do you mean?
What does that got to do with anything?
It's like,
but this is the money that I earned from doxing, so you can have that money.
It's called the bookie, and it's like, what's he think he's going to do? Like, flush it in his toilet with his diarrhea and then hand it to him? Like, what are you doing?
He'll pay him in pennies. Just a truckload of pennies will just dump. UFC slap off would sell tickets. That would, to be honest. Yeah, I think more people would like.
$60 to see that two slapping the shit out of each other.
What a surprise that Rochi would say this. Sorry, Rochi. My money is on Joey C being the next John Melendez, not that cum-eating cuck.
Yeah,
I mean,
2 p.m. Eastern, I agree.
Yeah, we know you've got a horn for Joey C. We've got it. Sorry, Robbie.
You said pay him in pennies. That reminds me, very few people did get this, but I have to spit it out. So when Ben Maller bet, it was some Lakers bet that he thought would never never come true, but it did. So Danny G went to a bank, was like, I need $100 in pennies. And he had friends. He had a close friend who was a bank teller. And so Ben was told, the radio host, for those who don't know, hey, I'm going to pay off the bet tonight in studio on air. And Ben was all giddy and happy because he's a frugal guy and loves any time he can win money. And he hands him this giant brick full of pennies. And Ben's like almost said on air, what the fuck is this? And then he accidentally
you lost your mind.
Perfect.
That was a great moment. I mean, you can't plan that.
That made that story good. Well done.
That actually was the best punchline that story could have had.
You dropped the invisible thing right on the table and it cut out your mic.
It literally did.
Somebody hit the dump button.
That's amazing. Robbie, drop out, come back in.
You got it.
Yeah,
we can eat out. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
Yeah, and it broke part of the table. And
yeah, it's over, Robbie. Don't ruin it. That was perfect.
Come to Las Vegas for free.
that's nice.
Will I do the Hackamania event?
Wait, who's doing that for you to get you to Las Vegas for free? If you're not taking their money, someone's got to, pay for this. Sorry.
Kind of. Listen to my idea. I think this is great. So what is it? You and all your people at Hackamania. I mean, Aaron is the worst guy in the world, right? He is our white whale. We just can't seem to take him down. No matter how many harpoons. Queequeg Melton just.
This is what's bizarre. And
He's that important.
Yeah.
We hear it all the time. We just need to take him down. He's too good.
He's the big tuna of the sea.
There's certain sections of the Dabbleverse and other, neighboring verses, if you will. There's certain people that are like that, where they want to get people. They want to take them down. And it's like, no, man, like we're all having fun here. Aren't we all having a laugh, having a good time at his buffoonery? That's all it ever is. Rochi says Robbie is my favorite Aussie. Thanks, Rochi. Appreciate that.
Is there a comment there, or is my voice so terrible that I sound Australian?
No, he's just being a dick to me. Principal Uncertainty said, I was watching Blind Mike, but I felt the call of a toe.
How's that being a dick?
Because it says Robbie's my favorite Aussie. You're not an Aussie, and I'm the Aussie on this stream. You fucking idiot.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, point of bringing this up was I was watching Blind Mike, but I felt the call of the toe. Like that's almost like Blind Mike doing a raid on us as well. You know what I mean? With all this controversy, but no. Thank you for uncertainty. All right, we're getting there. We're getting to the big challenge.
Can't seem to take Captain Ahab Carl just can't seem to take down his white whale. I'm going to give you your chance.
You mean John?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's his. That would definitely be John. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And apparently he just did. If you believe the fake person that emailed with Carl's name and blah blah blah, like
right. Then apparently he just did. John quit, and then his one gig. Apparently Carl took that out. So apparently Carl is killing his white whale. He's drowning him right now.
He's crushing white whales at the moment.
Here's my counter offer: take it or leave it. And Patrick, we can't do this over streaming. You have to send me an email. We have to have some kind of correspondence. You can't.
Patrick's emailed, texted, all that before.
Obviously.
Count on Kiwi Farms to get me the message. But here's the deal. As you know, I am an amateur boxer. I have a fight coming up February 22nd.
0 for 2.
Mr. Jim's in Foley.
It's on the calendar.
He did say amateur.
To be cut off of this in the next month and a half.
That's true, because he does have to wear headgear when he boxes. You are right. But he did say amateur. Correct. It's very interesting of what he's about to say, though.
Or I'll be fighting in a corset. But
what?
I can always use the work. And if I go to Las Vegas, Lord knows I'm going to be plenty unhealthy, and I'll have to stay in somewhat half-assed fighting shape. So back in the 70s, George Foreman did this event.
All right. So you're right, Annie. He did call himself an amateur boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to George Foreman.
Yeah.
The amateur.
Himself by association, George.
Multiple-time heavyweight champion of the world. The Rumble in the Jungle in Muhammad Ali. Oh, dude.
He's insane.
I just want to know how long I need to wait until I can start my amateur boxing career. Is 36, 37 a good age to start your boxing career out of interest? Yeah. Is that your prime?
Your early 40s. Your early 40s.
Yeah, they've been wrong for thousands of years. You want to start fighting as old as you can.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, to be fair, George Foreman was the oldest heavyweight champion of the world. I think he won it at like 45 or something. He was definitely in his 40s when he won the world heavyweight title.
I better get working on this then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rochi said oldest heavyweight champion ever, by the way. Yeah, I think he was like 45. He's definitely in his 40s.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rochi. I remember when George had to call his neighbor to start his grill. Yes. Thank you, Principal Uncertainty. Yes, George Foreman actually had a grill named after him. Aaron has to go to his neighbor to fire up the grill. So, yeah, there's definitely parallels here with Aaron Imholte and George Foreman.
And during this event, George Foreman fought 5 opponents in one night. knocked them all. No, I'm sorry. He beat all 5 of them, did not knock them all out. You've got 4 or 5 guys who just want to open. One of them being Nick Rekieta. So here's what I offer.
So let's go back to that. Remember, so when he saw the Melton offer, it was like, Nick probably can't be in Vegas. So his first thing is Nick Rekieta.
To you, Patrick. I can get us into like the Mayweather boxing gym or whatever boxing gym you want to do. I just bring my athlete's book and my coach's book, my USA boxing book. I say, hey, I got some guys here. They want to get in the ring. Do you have a little time? We can work it out.
Cool.
It might as well already be done. It's that easy. So that's already handled. He already booked the gym. We don't have to worry about that.
100%. That's all you got to do. He's confirmed it on his stream. That's all that has to happen. So nothing else has to happen. He can't come back later and say, "Oh, you need to do this and this," because he's confirmed.
Exactly. You just roll up to Mayweather gym, just randomly out of nowhere, no that's warning, and you just say, "Look, I've got a boxing
He doesn't need
license."
warning. They know him.
Good point. Yeah, he's Aaron Imholte.
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer. Yeah.
The
boxer from Steel Toe Morning Show. So yeah, good point.
Each of you can have 3 3-minute rounds, and you just take your shots. And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not
3 of them.
All right.
Okay.
3 3-minute rounds. 5 guys. Yep. So Aaron's going George Foreman style, old school, 60s, 70s boxing. 15 rounds. Aaron wants to go. Wow. 15 rounds.
I thought he only wanted to fight 3 people originally, like him being a 4th. I thought that was the original thing that he said, and then he increased it by 1, but I might be wrong.
No, he wants 5-on-1. 5-on-1,
okay.
Yeah. But obviously not all at the same time. That would be insane.
Well, Aussie guy, after being in a relationship with another couple, of course, the next thing you want is 5-on-1. That's the next
point.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only logical thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good
5 guys on 1.
Imagine how much cum he could eat.
I'm gonna beat you up. I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm gonna get working.
He's not gonna beat you up. No, nothing like that. No.
Don't worry.
He's just gonna get work. It's just a sparring session for Aaron.
I'm doing it to get work.
Cool.
But you guys have a chance to take all these words and all this anger and all this hostility you've had for all these years and take it out on me. And a guy who's not even going to hit you back very hard. I mean, a guy who's basically going...
Yeah, we know that, Aaron.
Yeah, he's terrible. He can't fight for shit. Yeah, we know. Don't worry.
He's already told us he's not going to hurt. He's not going to hurt him.
We believe you. The one thing I've heard him say that I 100% believe, in a boxing match, he will not hurt anyone he's fighting. Don't worry.
Yes.
I do believe
Written asylum, 5 guys, more holds, more goals. I love it. And cynically insane. His footwork sucks because his toes are made of iron and carbon.
Yes,
correct. Great point. That's a great point.
Going to be a glorified sparring partner. So that's your opportunity. I'll save your money, take your money. You and your boys get to show that this heat you have with me is real. And it's not performative. It's not gay ops. It's not internet stuff, that you mean it. Or you can once again, in true Patrick Melton fashion, show that you're a punk bitch. Floor is yours, but I need 2 conditions.
Wait, so hang on a minute. Aaron's laid out a challenge.
Yes.
That was never requested. Then Patrick offered, come join our event. Let's have some laughs and some jokes. And then Aaron's thrown out a boxing challenge. So if you say no, you're a punk bitch. And there's just a couple of stipulations. Now, if Melton's a punk bitch for not accepting Aaron's offer, wouldn't Melton accepting it and then you not going through with it also make you a punk bitch?
Yes, normally, but he counter offered, so that's not him backing out. That's it's like in poker, it's like I'm raising the bet, So I'm not.
Yeah.
If you just keep making the stipulations more and more unrealistic and unachievable, eventually they will pussy out, Aussie guy. That's how you win.
Good point. Yeah.
One,
but you're absolutely right.
Need at least 4.
Aaron backed out of that, and
if it's 1 or 2 of you, I'll fuck it. Even if I'm not trying, I'll you. It's got.
He said, "I'll kill you." Like, it had to be bleeped out for Stalin for his monetization. But he said, "I'll kill you." I'll kill you. He said,
"Fucking kill you."
Be at least
in Minecraft.
And Nick Ricada
I won't
has to
hit
be one
you.
of them.
You'll hit me so hard that you'll die.
Yeah.
You'll get
I'll,
the death
I'll headbutt your fist so hard it'll send a shockwave into your heart. Jesus Christ, dude.
There you go. Simple enough. I'll come out. I'll do the thing. You, Nick, Carl wants to, Carl can. If Rocco wants to, Rocco can. If Dick wants to, Dick can. Whoever.
Dick Masterson wants nothing to do with this.
potential
Jesus
comment in the chat for Yossi guy. I'm sorry, pretty antisocial. Might be worth reading. I don't know.
Oh, hey, Aussie guy. Sending you a link. We watched last night with Aaron in the ring. He is the only one with headgear on pacing. All right, where are you sending that? To my Twitter? I will have a quick look. Anyway, way to derail the show. My
Oh, sorry for helping.
Yeah, no. Okay, no, shut up. Cynically insane. My blackness alone would beat Aaron, and I'm a white guy. Yeah. Very good.
Touche.
Yes.
That's my counter. I save you a bunch of money. You guys get your hands on that Aaron that you hate so much, and it has to be streamed. There we go. All right. That's my. I had to get an official response on the record in 48 hours. Send me an email.
Wait a minute. But he said, Melton, before, we can't do this over streams.
Yeah, 100%.
We
100%.
need the email, right?
Yes.
So he
He's like,
responded over stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can't just do it over stream. Well, anyway, that's my
knowing
response
that
over
Nick
stream.
can probably not be there.
You put in writing though, if you don't mind. Thank you. Cheers.
Email, send me whatever. We cannot count on our communications being done via streaming. Now, is this the real Patrick?
Hope you
He
get
says,
that message.
See you, Las Vegas, May 8th. I think that might.
All right. Sorry. Echo decided to talk over the clip.
Sorry.
Let's go back a fraction.
Via streaming. Now, is this the real Patrick? He says, see you, Las Vegas, May 8th. I think that might be a fake Patrick Melton.
So there's your first backtrack. There's your first worried. That was Patrick. 100% Patrick Melton emailed him and said the subject title was I accept, and the email content was see you. He forgot the in, by the way, Patrick. Yeah, you didn't put see you in Vegas. You put see you Vegas May 8th. But that was Patrick officially emailing saying I accept.
I think that might be it. But if it's him, holy shit, that'd be f***ing great. I would give him a lot of credit. But doesn't he have to get? He has to get Nick.
Whoa, hang on a minute. I'd give him a lot of credit, but he's still got to do this. He's still got to do that. He's still got. Now, I replied to an Aaron tweet yesterday, and this is when Aaron missed the trick. And I reckon when I sent this tweet to him, he went, "Fuck! Why didn't I think of that?" I said, "Hey, dude, can you do me a favor? Add fighting me to the stipulation. I'd really love a free trip to Vegas." And he should have thought about that in the moment when he's thinking of like making it difficult. He should have added me to it because it's like, no way they're flying this cunt out from Perth. Like, there's no way they're going to do that.
What about adding Moody as well to it? That might be a good idea.
Well, Moody's going to be there anyway. So,
oh, right. Coming all the way from India, really?
Yeah. Well, Moody's actually got money. You know what I mean?
Oh, fair enough. Well, fuck me. Never mind.
Well, with
ceremony.
People saying what you look like, Ozzy, looking kind of like Melton there, we could just throw a different jersey on Melton and pass him off as the Aussie guy.
That's true. Doesn't get me to Vegas, though, Josh.
No, it does not get you to Vegas. It's
anyway, so
all the way.
He's already immediately thinking that, well, there's no way he's going to get Nick there, so I'm fine. I'm good. Look how red his face is. He's worked up.
He's got to get his other people together. All right, make it happen.
Is that his Celsius?
The details of boxing live?
I think that was probably Celsius, yeah. Although he was
Makes me want
drinking.
one. I have one in the fridge.
Oh, do
I had
you
it
really?
just for this. Yeah.
So do all
I'm gonna
trans
go grab it,
people drink
actually.
Celsius?
Go grab it.
or-
Go grab it. Go. She's gone.
Well,
Now for me to realize what Celsius is.
it's an energy drink.
No, okay.
One of
Live
1,000.
transparency. Yeah, and then No offense if that's Patrick. I don't trust you at all because, as we've shown numerous times, you're a liar. So I do want pen to paper on this. I do want a commitment on your end because, again, to get into business with you without a guarantee or a backup is started. Let's see. What were the terms?
Yes, mate.
Was there an edit in between that, or did he literally just immediately, once you get that text, switch and be like, whoa, we need him right in. We need like some sort of like guarantee from him.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much exactly how it happened on the show. Like maybe there was a little bit of a cut, but that's he saw the text, sat it down, and was like, yeah, no, we're gonna need this in writing. We're gonna need like a whole contract. In fact, I'm gonna need money. In fact, in case I know you're gonna back out, so I'm gonna need compensation for my time.
Yeah.
So the text wasn't confirmation enough.
Yeah.
Now we need more.
And remember, it was all going to be free. I'll come out for free, but now he's going to need a money guarantee in case you don't do it.
Yeah.
Nick's got to confirm he's going to do it. There needs to be at least 4 of you who are willing to get in the ring. I organize, it shouldn't take much.
There was 2 things, by the way. We're already blown past 2 things, but
to call the club and just say, can we do this? I organize the thing. It's just top of my head. I'll send out a full list, but got to be at least 4 people. It's going to feel unfair if it's less than 4. Like, honestly.
Can you imagine?
Because I'm an unstoppable juggernaut.
With my experience of losing 2 fights out of 2, it would be unfair on anyone else to be in the ring with me. It's like, of course.
Now, I'm sure Aaron has done, 12 rounds, 15 rounds sparring at the gym on a Thursday night. When you invite people to beat the shit out of you, Aaron, when that's your invitation, come beat the shit out of me. Trust me, dude, those rounds are a lot longer, way longer than when you're
sparring. Even sparring, there's no chance he's going 12, 15 rounds.
Probably not, no. But even if you are, that's sparring. That's not a fight. That's not
True.
defending yourself against somebody who wants to hurt you. Now, I don't necessarily think these other guys want to hurt him. I think they're like, yeah, come on, this will probably
Rocco
make
does.
it some. Yeah, Rocco probably does, actually. You're right. I think Rocco does want to hurt him. And look,
can use Tukey.
I'll be honest. Now, again, I would never be brought into this, but if I were to be brought into this, yes, I would want to knock him out to go, yeah, somebody's never boxed in his life, never trained to box. I knocked you out. That'd be a really, really funny thing. But like, I don't actually want to see the guy get hurt. I just want people to keep mocking him on the internet. So, but yeah, the bravado of this to think you can take on 4 or 5 people, and he wants to take on Patrick last. The guy that's 6'5", 300 plus pounds, he wants to have 12 rounds under his belt before he faces that guy. Are you kidding me? You're insane.
I think, each of you get 3 3-minute rounds. Yeah, 3 3-minute rounds. I'm just thinking of anything that could f it up. Because, like, the club saying we don't want to be part of it, that would f it up. Because sometimes, I get it.
Yes, Annie?
I thought he could just walk in with his book.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said how easy it is. He said, all I need to do is this. Don't worry.
Yeah,
okay.
It's fine.
Before Patrick emailed him, yes, it was going to be very, very easy. But once the Patrick email came in, they might not want to be a part of this.
Like, sometimes these gyms are a little, like, they don't want to be part of, they see it as a joke. Some places would be like, yeah, bring cameras in there. So it has to be streamed. 4 people. Nick's got to be one of them. We need that confirmed.
Yeah.
And when you back out, there has to be some kind of a punitive measure for you backing out.
All right, so Patrick has said he'd put. All right, yeah, I will go to it now, Robbie. That's fine.
Sorry,
Cynically insane.
I thought you were pausing. I'm sorry.
No. Well, I did pause. No, I was going to say something, then go to it, but it's fine. Cynically insane. Thank you for the $5. Here's a $5. Don't think of it as $1 a person. It's actually much less than that with fees and taxes. You guys are great. I have people in Adelaide. Well, thank you, Cynically Insane. We appreciate it.
Sounded
And don't
like a
worry.
threat at the end.
Yeah.
I know the mob.
That's a good point. That's good.
Here's 60
but don't worry.
cents. I've got people in this area if it's not enough, you bitch. It's all right.
But don't worry, Cynically Insane. It absolutely is not $1 per person. That's for sure. It might
Zero,
be $3
zero.
something for one person. Anyway, I just saw Robbie shaking his head. That was all I was looking for.
That's because Patrick's backed out of this thing so many times that I
mean, I don't even want to address this because it's so ridiculous. Patrick's never backed out of any of it. It's Patrick says I accept, and then Aaron says you need to do this, and continues to add stipulations. It's so ridiculous, dude. Like, don't challenge people to fights. Like, just be a man. Use your words.
I guess the whole gist. Patrick invited him to the Hackamania, right? Is that what this? And Aaron's turned it into like, no. It's like he's gonna make money off of it. It's Aaron. It's so Aaron.
Aaron could have made money off it.
Well, Aaron would have made money off of it, yeah.
But now, I mean, he's just putting like, there's got to be punitive damages.
Yes.
Maybe this is just going over my head, but why is he insisting that if just Melton wants to fight him, why does he have to
Because
have
it makes
all
it
these
more
people?
unrealistic. It's he's asking one person who physically might not be able to go, has to be there, for 3 other people to agree to fight in a boxing match where they might be like, I don't want to fucking fight. Like,
and then that way he can't say that he backed out. They quit by default because they couldn't meet his stipulations. So once again, they pussied out because one guy legally couldn't be there.
Yeah. How long until Hackamania?
It's May.
It's in May.
Not May. Yeah, May 9 to 11. So it's Mother's Day weekend.
I just love the idea of them all agreeing to this, it all getting signed off, and like Melton just going on like some mad like health kick, losing like 100 pounds. Then he's 6'5", like still overweight, but he can move a bit. He can kind of like not collapse from exhaustion.
Melton does have some skinny arms. I will say that. So I don't necessarily see him. That's the thing. Aaron needs it to be boxing as well. Like, because again, if it's a fight, if it's a real fight.
Just
like again, if I was in a real fight with Aaron, it'd be a double leg takedown and then fucking pound his fucking skull. I ain't standing there and like trading jabs, you fucking moron. Yeah, I mean that's why it needs to be a boxing match for Aaron. You need reps to just make sure everything's in control. Yeah, so the one factor is he's put the Nick stipulation in because he feels like Nick won't be able to get there. So that's his first easy way out. The other thing about it, the 5-on-1, is and wanting Patrick last is if it were to happen and then Patrick gets a hold of him as the 5th person, he can go, fuck man, I fought 4 people before that. What do you want from me? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was a Herculean effort to that point. Like he's setting it up in multiple ways to where he can still walk away as being the tough fucking hero guy. But one factor he hasn't thought of is what if you get knocked out by the first guy, Aaron?
That's what I was just thinking though. That's half smart, Aussie guy. Because like let's say Rocco beats the shit out of him and he can't continue. He'd be like, well, I guess Melton never put a hand on me. And if he did, I would have beat him. I would have beat him and I would have beat Nick. Yeah, exactly.
And he's also set up he's got respect for Rocco and all that. Like he's been setting that up in tweets and shit. So I think if Rocco took him down, he probably would just take it on the chin and go, yeah, Rocco's a tough dude and he's a funny guy and fucking blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's set it up for many different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Need a guarantee that when he backs out, I'm compensated for my time.
Oh yeah, Melton said he'll put 10 grand in escrow, by the way.
Jesus,
but if he backs out. So Melton ain't backing out. Melton ain't giving away 10 grand. He ain't backing out.
Because
why? Like I would do it. It's a one-off 3-minute rounds. Yeah, right. I can duck some punches for a few minutes and maybe throw a few.
I got to be your corner coach, like while you're boxing.
You look like a corner coach.
Hey, I kind of.
He'd be a half coach. He'd be a half coach, not a corner coach.
Robbie would be in both corners too.
Again, I have no faith that he's going to follow through on this. He's going to publicly go, oh, yeah, I was going to do it. And then behind the scenes, he'll bitch out again. And then he'll go public and he'll go, well, I wanted to. I mean, a guy who lies that much, it's habitual. I mean.
Here's some projection.
This is a guy who talks like I'm his arch nemesis. Like he's got
No. You talk like he's your arch nemesis.
I will fight you 5-on-1, 1-by-1. I will strike you down. But you talk like I'm your enemy or your nemesis or something. But anyway, in the ring, I will take you all down.
Exactly.
Got to get his hands on me. And then I've given him ample opportunity to. Oh, no, it was.
I've given him ample opportunity to get his boxing license, get insured, fly to Minnesota.
Him. The guy who fights strangers regularly. Yeah, he's the one who backed out.
You don't fight strangers, Aaron. You spar with them. It's a massive difference. A fight and a spar are two completely different things. Daylight had a comment earlier that said you can still get knocked out in a spar. You can, for sure. You definitely can. But that's not the goal of sparring. When you want to fight somebody, the goal is for that person to hurt you. And just being in that position, like before a punch is thrown, the adrenaline that starts pumping just by being in a position where somebody wants to hurt you, it completely changes the game. It completely changes your focus. Like this is all performance. This is not happening. This is never going to happen. But I'm glad.
Which is exactly why Melton laid out the offer. He knew it wasn't ever going to happen. That's why he doesn't have to worry about the 10 grand. He doesn't. It's none of it's going to happen. It's all performance on Aaron's part.
Yeah,
there's a better chance Conor McGregor regains the lightweight UFC belt before this happens.
Yeah.
I'll send those. So those.
Sorry. I was just going to say, is it not also like really bad etiquette in sparring to be like knocking people out if you're like that much better than them?
Yeah,
like you know when you're sparring, you're like, okay, it's not the point of this. You know, you could do it accidentally, sure, but really you should know your strength and know like if you're going too hard on them. Sorry.
Agreed. No, we're good.
The stipulations I have, I'll send you a full thing. I do want contract though. I do want it in writing. I wouldn't do it if it was like Chad or somebody like that. But with Patrick, I mean, the dishonesty. I got.
I mean, does that not just push it over the edge of parody?
I can trust Chad. I sent him my credit card details.
Giant binder of all these stipulations that you have to agree to before I'll even consider it.
Yes. But no, Chad Zubok, the man who stole credit cards, the man who's got a laundry list of criminal charges, stalking, and I mean DUIs, whatever. But stealing credit cards, all that. He's more trustworthy for sure.
To be covered on the back end, as it were. Another win for the toe.
Oh Jesus Christ!
For sure.
Yes.
It's always a win.
Definitely another win for the toe. So that is the toe for this week. Thank you,
Very
everybody.
Good. Very good.
So yeah, we'll see what happens over the coming days. I know Aaron's got a members only show today. I believe probably after we're finished. So maybe that'll be addressed. I'm sure the Clippers will be all over that, Stalin and Doom, etc. So let's see what he's got to say. I don't know if Patrick sent any more emails or any more responses, but we'll see if people get out of that. I unfortunately have to have a fucking piss break. So I want to go around the horn. Robbie, first of all to you, you're our boxing guy, and then we'll go to Josh if Robbie runs out of gas. You're our boxing guy. Let's give us your thoughts on Aaron's boxing challenge.
Well, judging by the little I've seen of Aaron when he had that like cell phone video of him, it looked like he was more of when he was sparring. It was like to get in a good workout. Like it wasn't legitimate at all. It didn't even look like he was going 50% speed. And I also saw, I don't know which of the two fights he lost where he just got pummeled. And the only respectable part of it was he got up one time and then got pummeled back to the canvas again. So I don't see how he's. Is he even, like, let's say he dominates the first 4 people, which is not going to happen. But, I mean, that's a lot. 5 dudes? That's...
Robbie, are you saying you couldn't handle 5 dudes?
Oh, Jesus Christ. But seriously, the cardio required for that, Melton could be the most overweight guy on earth and he could still knock him out. Like, it could be like the Homer Simpson thing where he just pushes the guy over with his fist.
But yeah,
That's so true.
he said 3-minute rounds with 4 people. So if that all went to full round time, it'd be like 36 minutes in the ring with 4 other guys before Melton ever put a hand on him.
No, 100%. I'm just going to. I remember that Pretty Antisocial were going to send a link. They haven't. So they lied to us. So we are going to move on. Oh, no. Don't. Sorry.
Your volume's a bit low, Robbie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not again.
I just refreshed.
Turn it
All
up
right.
a tiny bit. It's fine.
I'm just clicking the link that Pretty Antisocial sent me.
How about now?
Oh. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever, Robbie. It's fine. Josh, while I'm figuring out how to present all this, you got any thoughts on it all?
I mean, it would be entertaining, but we all know Aaron won't do it. So, I mean, it's just Aaron grandstanding.
Agreed. Any closing thoughts on that?
I think he might be able to take 1 or 2. Like, I don't know how well Nick Rekieta can fight, but if he said I accept and started to train, he's definitely going to beat Aaron. The only one I think that Aaron might even be able to stand a chance against is Carl, because there's no way. Yeah. I mean, I assume Carl's not going to go and train to beat up Aaron. He's probably just going to give it a little bit of a go. Make sure that he's at least in shape. He rides his bike every day, so Carl's already active. Sorry, my alarm's going off. So I think that maybe Aaron could beat Carl if Carl doesn't give a shit about it. But otherwise, I think he's going to lose to any of these guys.
No, I agree. And also the other part of it, because Aaron wants Patrick last so that he can embarrass Patrick by taking on 4 people first and all that. That's Aaron's fucking dream in his mind. But in reality, if you're such a great boxer, shouldn't Carl go last? Because I think we can all agree, even us thinking that Aaron is a shit boxer and has no place in a boxing ring, I still think he could beat up Carl. So Carl probably should get to go last. All right, so I've got this queued up. I've got the clip queued up. So here we go.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
Young men in good condition. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh. Who's this beanstalk?
Oh my God.
Who's this skinny mini?
Here we go. Oh, look at him. Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing.
The way he walked through there.
All these young men.
Well worth it.
No, that has no place. Okay?
Let's go back.
He walks really weird too.
Look at the way he walks through as well.
Everything he does is weird.
Did I go back too far? I think I went back too far. Way too far. There we go. Here he is. Look at him.
Mincing.
Do you think he's just got the shot to the head and he's trying to keep himself upright?
He's like wobbling, or like he's like side. Yeah. He like did a mini juke, like he was gonna run into something. He's like, oh, excuse me.
He looked concussed.
Yes, he's either drunk or concussed. Here he comes. Here we go.
Oh my God.
May have got hit on the rebound of the boxing bag.
Pretty Antisocial has brought up a brilliant point. Look around. What does everyone else not have?
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one in headgear.
Oh my God. This middle-aged man.
He's famous enough he doesn't want people to know who he is, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Wow.
Wait, hang on a second. That's true. Great job, Pretty Antisocial. Good job sending us that link. That is tremendous. That walk was because he kind of did an L shape on the walk as well.
It looked like when a player gets slightly, not that slightly, but when a player tries to pretend in football that he's not concussed after a hit and he gets up and walks to the sideline. Yeah. But you can clearly tell he's concussed. That was exactly the way he was walking.
I think he's just a bit intimidated being around these guys who actually could beat the shit out of him at any moment.
Yeah. You're probably right. All right, let's go.
I have no loyalty to those who hate shit. Like, there's no loyalty among all the fake people. Everyone in the chat They're all fucking losers that fucking live vicariously through this shit. They have no fucking lives. Shut the fuck up with your opinion. It's a friend I'm telling you. Shut the fuck up and talk about things you know about, but don't lower yourself to the level of this bunch of fair. No, you're not allowed to say to me, let's say you were stolen, materialistic piece of shit.
Flat broke.
So, bro.
Yeah, so what have I done here? Jesus Christ. So last week we played Gino going off on Anthony Cumia after Anthony Cumia suggested that he got paid double after Aaron Berg left. And so yeah, Gino wasn't happy, and then we also played a little bit of Anthony Cumia responding, saying, Gino. So thank you to I think it's My Lost Interest. Yeah, this one's My Lost Interest. Saved me some work. So thank you for that. No, it's not. No, it's not My Lost Interest. My apologies. It's Doom. The great Doom actually did this one. Gino Bisconte copes over Anthony Cumia denouncing him.
The turn, bitch. The turn.
By the way, that's his best intro. I love that one.
Aw. Look at Ultrafine Deluxe. Sorry, buddy. I was talking to Cumia today. Everything's good. Sorry, buddy. Hate to tell you this. You laugh like a sweet Ultrafine Deluxe. Sorry about that. I've been enjoying it.
So we were just covering Aaron Imholte. Does this give you a sense of Aaron Imholte? Sorry, that makes you mad. Sorry.
Oh,
but
for sure.
Same
I love his
vibes.
I love he's like, yeah, I did get in trouble, and I begged him to forgive me, and he forgave me. So who's the idiot now? Because he kind of likes me again. It's like, yeah, good on. Another win for the Gino.
Yeah, Cumia looks at Gino like the dumb little puppy. It's like, it chewed your rug again. I was like, for fuck's sake, stop chewing the rug. And then it comes over you and puts its little snout on your lap, and you go, all right, then. Fucking you give it a pat.
By the way, been enjoying it, buddy. Now you can enjoy obscurity because you're banned forever. Sorry, buddy. I love that shit.
So, yeah. What did he say? What did find?
Enjoy obscurity. Is that what he said? Enjoy obscurity. Oh my god.
You get banned for that.
So that's a permaban.
Yeah, don't say that in this chat for sure. Otherwise, you will definitely get banned.
Yeah.
How dare you question how famous I am?
It was the comment before, I think, that got the block.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it before?
I think when he said something about the Cumia thing, I think that's what got him.
Right.
Switch back. Hang on. Is that one there?
Made fun of his laughing, but it was the Cumia
this
one down for being a bitch. Yeah.
Still harsh.
Yeah. I don't know that it deserves the block, but again, last week he was streaming emotionally, and I think he's emotionally streaming again. But...
Never emotionally stream.
Hate to tell you this, you laugh like a sweet Ultrafine Deluxe. Sorry about that.
What was edited there, by the way? I can't figure that out.
Like a faggot or something.
Yeah, okay.
Right, yeah. Just the way it sounded, it didn't sound like he was going into.
No,
faggot.
it didn't sound. Yeah, it didn't. But maybe a queer or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe queer. Yeah.
What other
I've been enjoying
what other gay words are for gay people? Yeah.
it.
Like a Robbie.
By the way, been enjoying it, buddy. Now you can enjoy obscurity because you're banned forever. Sorry, buddy. I love that shit. I'm sure he's hurt.
Yeah.
3rd and 4 for Herbert. God damn it, Herbert.
Gino.
Does anybody want to tell him now?
Yeah, pick 6 reasons why you're not happy with the Chargers today.
What are you doing? Look at this. Nah, I don't think he did, buddy. I think people that are friends with each other fight, and I love that you need this, but sorry.
Yeah, people that are friends with each other fight, and they text or have a phone call and have a discussion about it. They don't like... I wouldn't have a fight with my friend and then get on a live stream and go, fuck this guy, suck my dick, and then call him afterwards when he threatens to take away my video library. I don't know. How do you guys deal with your friends?
block him.
If it's a real fight, then yeah, that's what you do. But if it's like if you guys are just arguing over something, you just drop it and then you pick up the conversation the next day and act like nothing happened unless you have something to resolve. And then otherwise you just get the fuck over it.
Yeah,
Mhm,
100%. Yeah.
Sorry, was talking to him today. Isn't it weird how people in real life fight and losers with fake avatars need it? Sorry, man.
We don't need it, but we love it, Gino. When you fight with your friend and broadcast it, it's fantastic for us. We love it. Keep doing it. Let's keep doing
Yep, real avatars
Sorry,
only
buddy.
as well.
You're banned,
Yeah.
but I'll put your stuff up just so you can. Yeah. Oh, please. Of course, I got it straight with the boss. Like
it. So he's still calling his ex-boss the boss.
fucking yeah. I did. I said, suck my dick. It was out of line. I was out over my skis. I was fucking, but I didn't say like, hey, suck.
Out over my skis is the thing. Robbie, do you want to pronounce this? Because I got it wrong last time, but thank you. Robbie?
What?
Say it.
Jason.
in.
Oh,
where?
Jason and Mesa.
Jason in Mesa. Thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. I know you corrected me last time, and I couldn't remember how I was corrected. So
I was like, wait, what?
Right. I was like, suck my dick. And we laughed about it. And
Oh, sorry, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back a little bit.
saying like, hey, suck my. I was like, suck my dick. And we laughed.
See, he's clarifying how he told Anthony Cumia to suck his dick. I didn't say, "Hey, suck my dick." I was like, "Hey, suck my dick."
Please, go on. Give it a little suck. Go on.
About it. And he was pissed, and he had the right to be. Oh, nice stop. Did he hit in the end zone? But I love that it.
Imagine this man trying to watch a football game and stream at the same time.
One or the other, Gino, just turn the game off or watch the game.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bud.
See, that's looking like Stuttering John now. You know what I mean? Like he's gathering all these different.
Yeah.
And he's also doing the sorry, like the baby talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hate that.
Sorry.
The only thing worse is when they eat on stream, and then it's
Yeah.
the baby talk for me. That's infuriating.
And speaking of baby talk, his dumb bitch is going to be off screen in a minute.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming.
You said it perfectly. I hate when the family fights as well. I hate it when we fight as well. But I've said this countless times. You fight with people you like.
Yeah, and you got to hate when your family fires you, gets rid of you, and says you're worthless.
Trust me. I'm not going to fight with
That's
Ultra
annoying.
Fine Deluxe. I'm going to be like, all right, dude. Publicly humiliate. I don't know how I'm showing my face.
None of us do.
Oh,
Yeah. Telling your former employee to suck your dick is no biggie. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, telling your former employer to suck your dick is no biggie. Telling your friend to suck
Yes.
your dick is actually a biggie, I would have thought.
Kumia. Stop it. Yeah, he's great. And dude, I'm telling you, I was sitting here on the couch. I'll tell you, I was sitting here on the couch watching it last night. And look, you got to be your biggest fan and your worst critic. And I'm like, I know what I said, but I'm like, I did? Oh, I did say that. Motherfucker. And then
One thing I'll give Gino,
Mm.
I mean, he just said you got to be your biggest fan and your worst critic. He is nowhere near his worst critic. I think we're up there as one of his worst critics. But
Nice.
yeah, sorry, Annie, I did see that chat. They said, "What are you drinking, Michelob Ultra?" You got the Celsius, didn't you? You went and got the Celsius?
mhm.
Yeah, I got the sparkling orange one, which is the one I think Aaron was drinking in that clip.
Very good.
Can I
I
slightly
love
derail
the
as well?
attention to detail.
Trying
go
to
for it.
figure it out.
Stalin 19 put a comment that he sent a DM off a tweet describing the charges from yesterday. I don't know if that's relevant to you guys that you'd want.
Hang on. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's right. I can't do that. Thank you,
Sorry.
NJ Ranger 201 $1.99. Who would pay this MF once, let alone 2 times his pay? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where's Stalin? I can't. Oh, there's Stalin.
Yeah.
Send you
sorry.
Yeah. Send you a DM of a tweet describing the charger stream from yesterday. All right. I'll press play on the clip and I'll go have a look for it.
I'm just watching him. And you can Dave's like, suck my. But I'll say something else. Like the Dabbleverse, that's why I can't talk. The Dabbleverse edits everything. I've said countless times, I'll say it again, Anthony can do whatever he wants. Anthony carried us across the finish line the past 2 years. We have nothing but gratitude for Anthony. And yeah, he did give us the equipment. We have no problem with Anthony. We can't thank him enough for that. I don't know what Drew the Jew is doing with it. But again,
it's the way you say it.
Yeah,
it's the way you say it.
Suck my dick.
if you would like, Anthony, you may suck my dick. It's, thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Yeah, he just said the most important part there, where Anthony said, "I could take back all those shows I own in hot water. You could lose all of that from your Patreon." All right, I'm just going to remove this because Stalin did send this post, which I thought is very good. Gino quit his watch along at halftime because he only got $44 and Rumble Rants was down. No Venmos. The only thing worse than Herbert's performance was Gino's live stream. And I've got to say, Gino, I've got nowhere near $44 right now, and I'm still having a good time, still having a laugh. So yeah, what a bitch. Yeah. Can you guys get us up to $44? Hang on. Let me quickly do the math. We got a 5 plus
$43. I think you need.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's bring this back to the station.
Steve's balls. And the funny part is, Kiana goes, "You're gonna love this." Fucking whatchamacallit, Kevin Brennan is fucking Remen. It was worth it just to have Kevin Brennan watch him shit him. What's that? It was cute. I don't know if you saw it.
Wait, what's that? I'll just keep talking. But yeah, your wife off mic. We can all hear it, Gino. It's great.
Kevin Brennan is watching Anthony tell me to go fuck myself, more or less, and deservedly so. And he's like, wow, because it was such a compliment. He goes, "These guys are tight." He goes, "Gino and Anthony are tight," and we are. Yeah, it's like.
Is he constantly grabbing his chest because his heart's beating so fucking quick?
It's like, calm down.
What happened there? Anyway, she said something off mic, very muffled. You can barely hear it. And he goes, "Yeah," and then keeps going. He's like, none of us heard that, Gino. You probably should clarify what your wife said. I just somehow lost our spot, so I'm going to try and find it.
Stop it. Yeah, he's great. And dude, I'm telling you, I was sitting here on the couch. I'll tell you, I was.
Smack the microphone.
Once Anthony carried us across the finish line the past 2 years. We have nothing but gratitude for Anthony. And yeah, he did give us the equipment. We have no problem with Anthony. We can't thank him enough for that. I don't know what Drew the Jew is doing with it. But again, and he even busted Garrett and Steve's balls. And the funny part is, Kiana goes, "You're gonna love this." Fucking whatchamacallit, Kevin Brennan is fucking Remen. It was worth it just to have Kevin Brennan watch him shit him. What's that? It was cute. I don't know if you saw it. Kevin Brennan is watching Anthony tell me to go fuck myself, more or less, and deserve.
I think when he said it was cute, that's what she said.
Yes, yeah. Repeating what she said. It was cute.
You know what? I think when I get to that point, it just jumps to the end.
Yeah, maybe.
For some reason, I don't think you're right. I don't think the download worked properly. My apologies, everyone. That sucks. Well, anyway, yeah, Gino just continued to go on, ramble in different directions, and Gino sucks. So I think we can all agree on that. But he apparently making more money than me, so fuck you, everyone. Yeah. I want to quickly touch on this, but I have softened my stance on it since OJ sent his audience. But it was an interesting story that I feel like we kind of got maybe slightly dragged into, like in an indirect manner. So I don't know, Annie, if you've seen this. Robbie and Josh, I'm sure you haven't, but Annie,
no, this is the only thing so far I'm unfamiliar with. I heard a little bit of it. Like, I think I was watching the show where OJ initially went off on him, but I wasn't watching it. It was on while I was doing something else. I was focusing on like some work I was doing, so it was just kind of in the other room, and I heard him talking shit about Blind Mike, and I'm like, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's a bit. Doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll be explained to me later. And then it just kept being like pushed off. And then Mike said, "I'll talk about it later." And then so I really don't know what happened or why there's beef. If it's fake, no idea. So I'm interested.
Yeah, well, so I've got no clips. It's more just a discussion, and I'm just going to express the story from my perspective is what's happened. So I listen to Blind. So Blind Mike's like us, pretty much the exact same time slot. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But no, he starts at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. We start at 9:30 a.m. So yeah, we're up against each other, and so there is, OJ sometimes sends his audience to Blind Mike, sometimes he sends it to us, blah blah blah.
Sometimes to Lemmy.
Sometimes to Lemmy. Yeah, of course. There's different people out there streaming, and I'm all for it. It's a great thing that OJ does to give people an audience.
Very
I
good,
would
yeah.
never ever say anything different. It is a very nice thing to do. Now I listen to Blind Mike every Monday morning when I wake up. I finish the stream, I go to bed, and I wake up and I'm like, time for some Blind Mike. And I heard the segment that Blind Mike did where he said, apparently I don't stop my show enough to thank OJ. And the whole segment I found very funny, and I get Blind Mike. Annie, I'm sure you get Blind Mike as well. Like he does this with his producers, Craig and Casey. He brings up issues in an amusing way, and he goes, like over the top sarcastic about it all. And yeah,
because he's trying to make it part of the show and make it, because he doesn't just want to be like, hey, he doesn't want to make like an airing of grievances. He wants to make it comedic and entertaining while also trying to address the issue. At least that's my understanding of it.
No, and that's my understanding. And that's the kind of person I am. Like, you can ask Robbie and Josh and that. Like, I will, and same with you, Echo, working with me enough time now. I will give you criticism and try and do it in a humorous way to be like, hey, we can have a laugh at this, but at the same time, this is a thing that you need to look at. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and then Mike went on to say he was listening and that OJ didn't seem like a great guy to improv with. And that was also a very funny little story of how OJ didn't improv well with Cardiff and all that. So then Tukey Soup, Rocco or Tukey, Skinny Chad with $5
each, guys. $1 each, guys. Thank you, Chad.
That's right.
Gino went from compound top dog to steel toe lap dog, begging for scraps or scrapes. FGB FST rat fuck piece of rat. You forgot the fuck. You forgot the fuck. Do another $5 and put the fuck in. No, thank you so much for the $5, and I agree with all that. And yes, I am a rat fuck piece of shit. Oh yeah, sorry. Just quickly going back to Steel Toe. He's softening on me. We had a couple of tweet exchanges, and he put in a tweet the other day, yesterday or the day before. Dean is all right in my book. Was one of his replies to a tweet. So
still doxing you then.
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
Who
the fuck is Dean?
Yeah, NJ Ranger 2. Dean, you're spiraling, bud. Thank you.
He's a bad fuck piece of shit.
Yes. Fuck, now I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, we're on the OJ thing. All right. So, yeah, I thought Blind Mike's thing was very funny. Tukey Soup started. Rocco Tukey had the clip ready to go to show OJ because Rocco and Cardiff thought it was very funny. And I think we'll agree it was very funny. And they thought, yep, let's stick it to OJ. Let's have a laugh at his expense. And OJ's reaction was, for me, pretty bizarre. He didn't take it well and lashed out at Blind Mike, called Blind Mike boring, which I wholeheartedly disagree. I think Blind Mike is a very funny man and puts together a very, very funny show. But OJ let his emotions, I guess, get the better of him, and he lashed. And look, you don't have to like Blind Mike, and but in that moment, OJ felt attacked, and he attacked back, and all that. And I get it. Just before this disappears off the screen, Jason and what is it, Robbie? Mesa. Gifted one membership. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it, brother. So yeah, OJ lashed out a little bit, called Blind Mike boring, and blah, blah. That's all fine. They're having a bit of back and forth. But then OJ did OJ in the morning. And this is where it got, I think, a little bit more bizarre for me. Because OJ acknowledged, like, yeah, I overreacted. I wish I didn't react that way. But I don't take any of it back. I stand by everything I said. Okay, that's fine. If that's how you feel, stand by your words. That's definitely all good. But I guess the thing was, he said, Blind Mike picked the wrong time to fuck with me. And that's where I was like, wait a minute. Blind Mike said this on Sunday. He didn't know you were going to have a bad day on Tuesday and that Rocco was going to play it. That was kind of what was weird to me about it all. But fair enough. OJ had a bad day. He lashed out. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But in all that, he said, "I'm no longer doing raids." And then people were like, "Oh, just because of Blind Mike, you're not going to do raids." And then he said, "No, there's been other people complaining, not just Blind Mike." And that's where I couldn't help but go, "Is he talking about us?" Because I don't know that we've ever complained. But then I just started analyzing because I've never really asked for raids.
Yeah,
never,
I've got a bit of a comment on that one if you want, Aussie guy.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So I think it might be a bit of a culture difference. So obviously British, Australian, American, I think they can kind of take... The one thing I said to Aussie guy loads of times is I really enjoy kind of like back and forth with him, because our sense of humor is kind of align, and like he can be mean but it's funny, and I can be mean and not be funny, but it works. It works well, and I think that's the problem. If someone does something nice to you and Aussie guy comes back and he goes, "Oh, fuck me," like, "Oh, cheers, I guess." He's just kind of wanting to say thank you, but he can't just be like, "No, genuine." Like, he does actually do it quite a bit. He does kind of actually be quite open and go, "Oh, no, cheers, that's nice of you." But his first reaction is to not be like that. And I think maybe OJ sees a clip or hears a clip and he's kind of like, "Oh, that's a bit shitty." It's like, yeah, I'm an Australian. We're notoriously like snarky.
And that's what I'll get to. So the thing I thought about, right? And again, this may not be us, but I think when you're vague about it, when you put out a thing like that and you're vague, then it's like, well, anybody that you've sent your audience to is going to go, "Is that me? Is that me?" And so I thought about it. And so this is where Daylar comes into it. Daylar has sent super chats and stuff to OJ. Yeah. Saying, "Hey, send your audience over to the Aussie guy, after this, blah, blah, blah." And appreciate Daylar. No heat on Daylar. I'm not having any go at Daylar here.
So cringe, Daylar.
Yeah. He's trying to help us out, and we fucking appreciate that. But I got sent a clip where Daylar sent a super chat, and OJ said, "Come up with a better show, and I'll send my audience." And I was like, I mean, that seems unnecessarily harsh, but sure, that's fine. And so a show or two later, I just threw out the comment, maybe I should read the chat for an hour. Just as a response, as in a criticism, because I've seen that from OJ, blah, blah. So I thought maybe that comment hit the wrong way, but again, to me, it was just busting balls back. All right, come up with a better show. Sure, yeah, maybe I'll read the chat for an hour. You know what I mean? So if that was the case, yeah, look, I apologize, OJ, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like he sent his audience today, but I don't know. I think OJ comes off poorly on this one, is all I'm saying. I like the guy. He's always been supportive of our channel, so it's not like I'm saying fuck OJ. I just feel like he's really come across poorly on this one. Annie, now that you've got a bit of a description, you got any thoughts?
I think that I personally, I don't try not to react like in a volatile way. So even if somebody said something offensive to me and brought it up in that way, I'm more the type to just kind of be like, yeah, well, okay, that kind of upset me. I guess I'll just take it. And if I felt a kind of way about it, I would have reached out to whoever upset me directly. Now that's just me, because I like to handle things a little bit more directly, or at least more discreetly. Not saying OJ handled it wrong or Blind Mike did anything wrong. I think it's just like you said, a situation of maybe it was misunderstood, and then somebody reacted poorly, and then just stood by their reaction. And there's nothing wrong with standing by what you said and what you did. It's just, some people may not like what you said and how you handled it.
Yeah, agreed. Echo, you were going to say something?
Yeah, please. I would kind of somewhat want to defend OJ with this, because he did at several points kind of say, "Look, I've had a really bad last couple of weeks. I took stuff out where I shouldn't have. I was shitty where I shouldn't, and he's gonna attack my show, and it's kind of warranted because I kind of was shitty towards him." I was a bit surprised with but I'm not gonna back down, and I think it's kind of I think it's slight confusion with kind of I'm a man of my word. I say something, so I mean it. And it's yeah, you can be a man of your word, but you can also kind of say, yeah, I shouldn't have said it, so I do apologize for actually saying it. Like and he kind of did say that. He said your show's very well produced, which I don't know if is a like backhanded like kind of like insult or not to Blind Mike, but he was going, it's a very well produced show and it does very well. So yeah, I think everyone makes like a little mistake, and I think maybe Blind Mike might be surprised because he hangs around with the potato, he hangs around with the puppet, and they're very good at just kind of being like, okay, water off a duck's back, carry on. Water off Joey C's wife's back. But but yeah, so I don't know. I think just let it slide. If Blind Mike lets it slide, I'm sure OJ will as well.
I look forward to Blind Mike's show when I listen to it tomorrow morning. He's going to address it, and yeah, look, I've interacted with Blind Mike this week, and yeah, I sent him some timestamps of OJ talking about him and that because it's like, look, you know, it's good content and all that. Again, I got no heat with OJ. I got no beef with OJ. I appreciate everything OJ's done for us.
He's a good guy.
On our channel. In this instance, I just feel he handled it badly, and I feel like we kind of got lumped in a little bit just through knowing the experience and all that, and just you know, when he says other people have complained, I was like, well, maybe that's us.
Who could it be? Yeah, because it's not Lemmy, because he absolutely loves it, and Lemmy's awesome. Lemmy wouldn't even make a comment like that anyway. She's not a shitty person like you, Aussie guy.
Exactly.
Maybe he does raid to other people that we don't know about. You know, maybe he does it to Bob's show or Joey's show on different days, and that's what he's talking about. But I think it's also very fair of you to kind of go, is he talking about me? Because there have been a few little kind of funny little digs. So you're right. But he might be talking about Joey C, and that would be 100% right, because Joey C is a shit.
It's very ungrateful. And
yeah,
I agree. So, no, I just thought I'd talk about it. There was another layer to add to the story that kind of, you know, I guess adds evidence to the case or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was worth discussing. We're going to wrap it up shortly, but Annie, I want to talk to you a little bit about yourself and what you got going on. Because obviously I discovered you through WATP becoming a review girl. So what got you into the Dabbleverse? How did you find all this stuff?
I initially got into it like through the official podcast, which is he's not on it anymore, but it was Penguin Z0 Moist Critical, aka Charlie. He had a podcast with him and his friends, and Kaya was a fan of Who Are These Podcasts, so had Carl on as a bonus episode, and as well as Dick Masterson. So after I kind of ran through all of the official podcast, I was out of stuff to watch because it was the only podcast I knew about. So I was like, what about that guy that talks about podcasts? I'll go check out that show. And that's how I got into Who Are These Podcasts. So I just went up and down the list and listened to any show that I'd ever heard of, like Adam Carolla, the Rizzuto show. I didn't know who they were, but I'd heard of Opie and Anthony. So, you know, I just listened to a couple of episodes. And after I exhausted those ones, I just started from the beginning and just went all the way through.
Oh, very nice. What was did you just email Carl and say, hey, I want to be a review girl? How did that all come about?
It was around the time where Hannah started having like personal life issues and she couldn't be on the show as much. So I was in one of the Discords, just like not really but like, you know, just making fun of the fact that she's absent or whatever. And she's like the other review girl who just kind of disappeared. And Japanese fart enthusiast, he suggested like, well, why don't you do it along with another Discord user? So I was just like, oh, well, you know, but put my money where my mouth is. And I sent Carl an email, recorded a video, like basically transcribing the email so he could read the email and see me and hear me. And he just said, sounds good. Let's do it. And well, fast forward to now. And well, I stuck around, and you know, I appreciate all the exposure Carl's given me. Without Carl and his show, I wouldn't have like traveled. I wouldn't have gone to Florida. I wouldn't have gone to New York. I wouldn't have gone to Detroit. I wouldn't be going to Vegas without this community. And it, you know, it started with Carl, but it's so much bigger than him now. And I just appreciate every one of you. It's so amazing to be in this community.
Yeah, I want to touch on that. I did two things I want to say. We've got a super chat. I want to say the Japanese fart enthusiast. The funniest thought about that is is he Japanese and is a fart enthusiast, or is he a Japanese fart enthusiast? Like he wants Japanese farts.
Works either
You know what I
way.
mean?
Works either
Yeah.
way on every
I'm
level.
sure it's either way, but we will never know. And I think
Never
that's
know.
the glory of the bit. He
Yeah.
will just say, yeah, then he'll never answer it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Shit show, or who is it?
5 hit 5 how?
Reminder, Mrs. C and Spider are fucking constantly. Thank you for the $1.91. I hope Joey C's watching, so that annoyed him that we got that. No, yeah, what you were saying about the community and all that. Like, I know Stuttering John and Chad Zumach and others, you know, Aaron Imholte, Gino Bisconte, all of them. They love to say how toxic the Dabbleverse is and all that. And I got to be honest, my experience and given what you just said there as well, like I think it's a welcoming community if you've got the right attitude. Like, is that kind of how you feel, Annie?
If you have self-confidence issues, if you have self-esteem issues, if somebody says something about you and you take it like as a personal attack or whatever, yeah, I can see how the Dabbleverse would be unfriendly. It's toxic. It's blah 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 blah. But like,
you're talking about me,
everyone that's inside of it is like a grown up. Like, I mean, yeah, a bunch of us are crazy weirdos, but like we're all able to be made fun of and be like, well, yeah, okay, all right, so this also sucks about you, and then they can be like, yeah, all right, moving on then. And you know, nobody goes and, well, at least for the most part, nobody goes and takes it personally and then goes and spins off for weeks and weeks and be like, this guy's my enemy, I'm gonna take him down because he ran away from him one time or something like that. You know, there's what I really like about the inside of the Dabbleverse is everyone is so genuine because nobody is trying to pretend to be someone they're not, or they're not like acting. Everybody's just being themselves. And people outside of that take that as like, those guys are bad guys because they made fun of me. Well, that's why we're making fun of you. It's because you're clearly not one of us.
Yeah. Stash kind of sums it up perfectly here with this comment. Toxic! Mersh started the Dabbleverse and repeatedly points loaded revolvers at his head. That's beautiful in so many ways. I love that Mersh thinks that he started the Dabbleverse. I've heard both of those guys talk about how they got freezed out of the Dabbleverse. I don't know how that happens. Like, if you want to be a part of it, you can be a part of it. And it's not the Dabbleverse ripping on Mersh. And I hear
it's crazy because just less than a year ago, he was in Tampa. He was on WATP stage. He was dead center, straight in the middle of the Dabbleverse, like at a live event. And now he's relegated because I don't get it. I just there's like a disconnect.
Yeah. It's definitely not the Dabbleverse that's been going, quote unquote, going after Mersh. Like the whole Mersh thing has been going on for years, and Pod Awful's had a lot to do with that. I think Red Bar's had a bit to do with that. All of that. Like, yeah, I mean, I think the Dabbleverse would be welcoming to Mersh. I think Mersh is funny. I do. I've heard some really funny stuff from Mersh, but then he has these flip out going off, you know, when he's drunk or whatever streams where it's like, all right, people are going to make fun of you for that. Like, if you're going to go on stream, point a gun at your head, or, you know, you're going to do a dab and go female cop, people are going to make fun of you for that. So, yeah, I don't think that's necessarily. Oh, look, here's Roshi, female cop. Yeah. And who's this, Echo?
5 hit 5 how? Hello.
We are all nice podcast friends. We are. And look, shit shows had fucking digs at me, and like I know the guy's cool. He's just having a laugh. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean? One thing about getting a slight little bit more notoriety after the Aaron Imholte thing and that is you do discover the people that think you're a piece of shit and hate you. You know what I mean? Like, I do get comments of people calling me a fat piece of shit and whatever. Like, that's part of the game. But
that's part of the doxing, man. That's part of the doxing.
Yeah. Annie, you've got a great video, and I still haven't sorted it all out. But you did do a phenomenal tutorial for retards like me on OBS. On your channel, which is a tremendous service that you're providing for the Dabbleverse. And you've also got like your gaming stuff and what is this game? Is your channel like? Tell us a little bit about how you got into like sort of that side of things with the gaming and streaming and learning all this stuff.
Well, I've always been into gaming. Like it's far back as I can remember. I've always wanted to be a gamer. And
no shame.
Right. It's my biggest passion. It's like escapism. It's also there is no other media like it. Like you could watch a movie and get lost in it for an hour or two or three if it's a really long movie, even 4 if it's a crazy movie nowadays with the lengths. But then after that, it's over. But even during the ride, you can't really interact with it. You can't make choices. You can't make mistakes in it. And that's what I really like about the gaming platform is it's so interactive and allows me to, play, which is the whole point of the games is to play them. So I know that sounds stupid, but that's why I enjoy them is because I can play it. And I've always enjoyed just talking about things I'm passionate about. So I wanted to start a podcast talking about just the games that I really like and the games that I've been recently playing because I'll play a game for like 2 or 3 weeks straight and then I'll just like won't touch it for years and years and years. And maybe I didn't even finish it. So it's really nice to be able to talk about it while it's still fresh in my mind and talk about it with people who also really enjoy it. As far as the streaming, I've always kind of wanted to because it seemed like it'd be fun to do. But up until the beginning of 2024, I didn't have the hardware for it. My old computer would it would crash even like on YouTube. Like the graphics card would overheat, the CPU would shit out, So it took years of scraping together money and saving until I could kind of buy this computer. And I've been building up from that, kind of from scratch, essentially. I decided to learn OBS and basically every day that I open it up, I try to improve something or tweak something and make it better. Every once in a while, I'll break something and make it worse. Like right now, I'm streaming to YouTube crisp and clean, but I'm streaming so much data to it that I can't stream on Twitch, Rumble, or Kick because those get overloaded. So I got to figure out like what I'm doing wrong. And that's the big thing for me is teaching myself. Yeah, I could go on YouTube and just follow somebody else's tutorial, but I like the trial and error. I like learning it. And being able to help anyone else do that is rewarding for me because it makes it feel like all of that time was worth it. So you said I made a tutorial on kind of OBS and that is true, but it's a lot more. It's more to copy what my setup is. I have a lot of moving parts and things integrated into my system to make use of what was shitty hardware and software. And now I'm slowly fading out other things. Like I really need to upgrade my microphone and then I can take out this software that I'm running to reduce my fan noises and everything like that. If I had a good microphone, it'd do that for me. So, I just one step at a time is how I try to improve my stuff.
Yeah, it's look, I'm on such a low budget setup and like so I started working on your tutorial and stuff, but I also just genuinely have issues with the laptop and all that. And it's like, let's stick with what's easy for now and we'll keep chipping away.
There when you get there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Milton's DMs. I love you, Annie.
I don't know who you are, Melton's DMs, but I love you too.
Yeah, well, I think you're a little bit old for Melton's DMs, to be honest with you. We all know he's a pedo, so
Yeah, well.
Well, yeah, Annie, tell us about all your streams. Plug it all. What is this game? I think is your main show, correct?
Well, so I'm kind of trying to rebrand and focus everything together. And currently right now you can just go to insanity.com. It's right here underneath my name. It's INSANNEITY.com. Insanity.com. That's my username on basically all platforms. And What Is This Game, which has been rebranded to What's This Game, is my podcast. So you can find everything I'm working on now and from now on at insanity.com. If you want to look at anything, support me, follow all my streams. I try to stream like twice a day. Doesn't always happen. Tomorrow I'm streaming Guild Wars in the morning and Road 96 in the evening.
Very, very good. I just threw that link in the chat because you sent that to me earlier. So yeah, go
click it.
Yeah, go click it. Click the link. Give Annie a sub. Help her out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, look, I tuned in a few weeks ago. You were live. I saw you were live. I was looking for something to watch. I was like, oh, Annie's live. All right. And to be honest, I had no idea what you were talking about, but you're an engaging person, and I hung around for a while.
And I
checking
appreciate
it
that.
out.
That's a big reason of why I try to do the live stream while I'm gaming, is because if I'm going to sit on this computer and stream or game for, I'm going to be honest, sometimes 6, 7, 8 hours at a time without getting up too much or doing anything. And it's really nice now that when I'm streaming, somebody can hop in and be like, hey, what's going on? And I'll at least have someone to talk to. It doesn't feel like I'm just sitting in this room alone, which I am, but it's not as isolating.
Well, I love finding streams where there's only a couple of people watching or whatever. Like, it's great because you're like, oh, they're going to see the chat and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, let's chat. You know what I mean? And when you're doing it in the middle of the night, because I know when I stumbled across you, it was like, I don't know, fucking 2:00 in the afternoon, my time. And I'm like, that's fucking like, yeah, early morning hours. Like, nobody's up watching this stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm sure she'd love someone to chat to. I love jumping in on Shmuel Buckman's chat.
I see you there all the time when I'm rewatching it. I was like,
and to pitch my streams a little bit more, if you're ever behind on Dabbleverse stuff, I probably am too. And while I'm gaming up in the corner, I'll usually be watching, like, I'll catch up on OJ, I'll catch up on Rico, I'll watch random stuff that I like, such as Sad Boys, Curtis Connor. So, I watch a variety of stuff while I'm gaming. So if you get bored just watching the game stream, just look up there and watch the video I'm watching. So, I try to entertain.
Robbie, who's this?
Jason and Mesa.
Jason and Mesa. And he did a great Felicia impression on Bedabbler's Network. Can we hear
that? So just say anything.
No.
Anything.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Brilliant.
I remember you doing that, actually. I remember that now. Yeah, that's very good. I wanted to go back to... I saw a couple of comments I wanted to go back to. Where was it? Oh, Whoopi said... Whoopi is here. Miss Toe Talk, God damn it. Definitely go back and watch it lately. But who's this, Eccles?
5 hit, 5 how?
Whoopi, it was great. Dean played Mooby owning everyone. So, yes. That is 100% what happened.
Yeah.
Shit Show has been paying attention. So, oh, wait, hang on. Tukey roofied Annie at WAT Live.
True story.
Is this true?
No, it's the opposite.
You roofied Tukey.
Well, yeah.
Is that why Tukey's a cum eater now? We saw that on This Little Piggy.
No, that has nothing to do with me. That's strictly a Cardiff thing.
Okay.
Everything he knows from him.
I thought you might have squirted in his face or something like that. But
Jesus,
I don't kiss and tell.
Yeah, we know from Dr. Steve that's only half urine. Anyway, all right, we've had a great time. Thank you for joining us, Annie. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Just double up on your plugs there, just to be certain before
go to insanity.com and check out everything I'm working on. It's got all my platforms that you can find my podcast and my YouTube channel and all my highlighted videos, things I work on with other people. Check it out, insanity.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Annie. Eccles?
Yeah, I'd like to use my plug to plug Annie. Annie's been absolutely amazing. Really helped me out loads. I didn't mean it like that. Don't be disgusting. So if you don't want to click on the website, you can just go at INSANNEITY. Give her a follow there. It's nice and easy. Do that. And I will actually plug myself as well. Free for 40. I've got the Antisocial Girls this Friday. And the following Friday, hopefully, we'll have Annie as well to finish off the free.
You'd say Kaylee as well, didn't you?
Yeah, just last week. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
34:30.
And 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Pint double pint. I'm a whore. I can't not plug myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're always just sitting on a plug, bouncing up and down.
Oh, so good.
No, check out Pint Double Pint. Rochi will have all the clips from
2 weeks ago.
From. Yeah. No, I would imagine he's got all the clips from Joey C going to Stuttering John's house, right?
Yep, I'm more.
What's this? Why does Aussie guy ignore Sam Bibley comments? The pineapple would not treat me this way. I'm sorry, Sam. Should I go back and find all your other comments?
Who's Sam Bibley?
Hey Spurg, what's up? Yeah, definitely should have brought that one up. That would have been a good one to bring up. What else we got? Nice scarf, Annie.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's another good one. Yeah,
I would have brought that up, to be fair.
I feel like I'm doing OJ in the morning. Thank you, Dayla.
What's wrong with you, Aussie guy? You're going to start a fight for no reason. He's already dead.
I like Annie. I hang out in her chat sometimes.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Now I'm sickly. I used to box. You got enough? Is there enough now, Sam? Do I need to find them all?
Sam, if you had some money at the beginning of those comments, they get read a lot more regularly, I'll be honest.
Robbie can't wait to bring those ones up on screen. So. I hope we satisfied your thirst.
Sam is not a man.
I found the one about Annie's scarf. You know what? You're banned now. Go away. You're banned. Yeah. For life as well, just like Gino.
Wow.
Banned for life. If I knew how to ban you, I would right now.
That's so mean.
Now he's fixed it. Thank you, Ozzy.
It's not he.
I respect
It's
you
she.
too now.
Stop
is it she?
Sam.
My bad. Wait, it's against my religion to give to charity.
Same. No, just joking.
Well, it's not.
You don't know what Randian objectivism is?
No, I don't. What's that? Educate me.
I think it's that Ayn Rand book, the Atlas Shrugged.
You think
it's
like that's good?
Yeah, that's about as good as I know about it.
Cool.
Probably has to do with something with like people need to help themselves and we shouldn't help them thing. So
it's fascinating. Go on.
Yeah, Metallica has a song called Atlas Rise. It's a pretty good song. Josh,
random things.
No, Josh, got any plugs?
You can get me at Sam Bibley on X. and J Hunt 02 on X. Other than that, find me on the PlayStation. I love gaming.
Mm-hmm. All right. He loves gaming. He loves gay men, is what I heard.
No,
Robbie.
Gaming.
Gay men. Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah,
Robbie.
yeah.
You can find the United States of Australia Twitter or X page at official USA Pod. You can find me at Mariner Robbie, and that's about it.
And you all just heard his phone clunk to the desk after he had to open his Twitter.
I'm still used to the old crappy. We used to have an even worse Twitter handle than that one, if you can believe it. So yeah, I'm still used to having to flip it open.
It's so good. Thank you, everyone. Hit like, hit subscribe, become a member. We did our first members only show earlier, and we will do more members only shows coming up. Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long. Although the description does say 1 1/4, and I think we just got in on the death knock of the quarter. So, but no, we will do more regular shows just because Rover gifted us so many memberships, and Dayla and Sketty Tooth. So
good eggs.
Yeah. They are very good eggs. I'm just stretching the show out, hoping Rover will pop in.
Any more?
Yeah, come on, is Rover here? No, I'm kidding. For me, yeah. What's your handle? We didn't do one today because of me, but Echo never plugs it. I'll plug it. We do a show about the Ricky Gervais show. God damn it. From the XFM days all the way through the podcast, and we didn't do it this morning, but we'll be back next week, and so check that out. Subscribe to Eccles' channel. I know he kind of plugged his channel, but he didn't say
Rover.
Oh my god, we did it! We did it! We did it!
We drifted him. We did
it!
Thank you, Rover.
He's the fucking man, Rover. He was just hiding in the chat, waiting for me to beg. He was waiting for me to beg, and he came through. 20 gifted memberships.
Oh wait,
Dayla's
just
up.
Right.
Yeah, 20 gifted memberships from Rover. Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, Dayla gave 1 or something.
And then
I guess, yeah.
But look at his comment. It was let's see here.
Wow, thanks for shitting on me, Rover. He got it just before you. That's tremendous. Thank both of you. Dayla, obviously much less, but
very generous.
No.
Thank you, Gayla. 1/20.
Gayla, sorry.
We thank you.
Yeah.
We thank you 1/20 of the amount we thank Rover. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. The Rover is the fucking king around here. He owns this show. To be honest with you, if Rover says jump, I'll say hi. How high?
Red Rover.
So thank you, Rover. All right, yeah. Otherwise, on X, I am at that sussy guy. You got into the death knock, Rover. On X, I am at that sussy guy. Just imagine that Aussie guy and put an S where the A should be. We'll catch you next time on United States of Australia.
Big cans
you,
of peanut butter skin.